Hi Gemini, welcome to July. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy and create some sacred space. So we have a full moon this month, a full moon eclipse, a lunar eclipse in Capricorn. It's the last of the series of eclipses in Capricorn that we've had over the past 2 years. And that's on July 4th or 5th, depending on where you live. And then we have a new moon in Cancer on the 20th. And let's see what the cards say for Gemini. What does Gemini need to know about the eclipses? What is the eclipse going to bring for July for Gemini? What does Gemini need to know about eclipse, about July 2020? It's a full moon eclipse, so it's going to be shining a light and bringing out information that has been hidden, possibly, or something may come to completion or culmination. You might be finishing something up. Something might be revealed. Let's see what the cards say. What does Gemini need to know for July? Anything important coming up? The Four of Cups. Oh no, the Five of Cups. The Devil. Justice. The King of Cups. The Knight of Cups. The Nine of Wands. The Seven of Cups. The Eight of Wands. The Ace of Wands. And the Six of Swords. Okay, so you're starting the month out with the Five of Cups. This is a card of disappointment or regret, and it's crossed by the Devil. So there could be Five of Cups. There could be some kind of instability in a relationship, and you may be focusing on your losses. So you could be feeling a sense of regret over the way things happened and the way things have turned out. Like maybe you made certain decisions that you now wish you hadn't made, or maybe you're thinking, I wish I had handled that better. The Devil card is crossing this relationship, this Five of Cups. The Devil card is a card of addiction, obsession, fear. If it's a relationship issue, there could be strong sexual chemistry. Or you could be addicted to a person or a situation. It's something like the Devil energy is something that's got a hold on you, and you have a hard time letting go, or you have a hard time breaking free of this energy. So there could be a relationship that's a little bit shaky. And maybe you're just evaluating things and wishing that you had handled things differently. The Devil sometimes comes up when you're in like a codependent type relationship, where you're like you're too attached to someone, or you're too tied up with someone that you find it hard to break free. You feel like they have a hold on you in some way. And sometimes the Devil could just be fear, where you're just afraid of losing yourself. Maybe you have a fear of intimacy or a fear of going too deep. You're afraid, I don't want to lose my identity in this situation. Now, Justice card. Justice usually means that a decision will go in your favor. So if you are dealing with any kind of legal situation, there could be a favorable outcome. or at least a fair outcome. If you're waiting for a decision, like you're waiting, let's say you've applied for a job or something and you're waiting to hear back, the Justice card usually means that the decision will go in your favor. But the other meaning for the Justice card is it's a card of karma. So really what you're experiencing now is a result of actions that you've taken in the past. So it's not really a card of punishment, because a lot of people feel, they misinterpret karma. They think it's punishment. It's not. There's no force that's saying, oh, you did that, here, you get zapped. It really just means you put energy out into the world and you make decisions, you take action, and then you get a reaction. Based on what you've done or said or decisions that you've made, everything has a consequence. Everything has a response. And karma is really just that. It's the response to whatever energy you've put out there. So whatever you're experiencing right now, it's just a result of what you've done in the past. It's like, I've done A, B, and C, and now this is the result of what I've done. And you have the King of Cups here. This is someone who has influenced the situation, but maybe is fading. This could be a water sign. This person could be a healer or a counselor. Someone who's very calm in a crisis. Someone who you can tell your problems to. They just understand you. Maybe this person has been like a guide or a counselor for you, or someone that you can turn to when you have problems, and you could tell them your troubles and they give you good advice. This person also has deep feelings, but they don't always express their feelings. They keep them hidden. So this could have been someone that you're dealing with, maybe someone that you've dealt with in a relationship in the past. The thing is that you have the Knight of Cups coming up here. So I feel that you might be reconnecting with someone from the past. Maybe this king is coming back and offering you something, because the Knight is a proposal. It could be a romantic proposal. It could be someone maybe you've lost contact with and they want to reconnect. Could be an old love coming back, wanting a second chance. Sometimes the Five of Cups can be that, an old love returning. Someone who might have left and now they have this, they regret leaving a situation and they want a second chance. They want to come back. Because the Knight it could be a romantic proposal or some kind of creative project. Because Cups can be love or creativity. And sometimes the Knight of Cups energy is about someone who's like they left because they needed to go find themselves, or it's like the return of the prodigal son, And now they realize, they went out there and they're like, I just want to come home to people who love me and who know me. And so there could be someone coming back into your life, and especially with this Nine of Wands here. The Nine of Wands is a card that represents something that you thought you were done with, that you had settled and it's resolved, may come back to be dealt with again. So you might be reconnecting with someone that, you have one more round, one more hurdle to go. Like, especially if you're in some type of a legal thing, you may have one more battle to fight before you finish everything. Because the Nine of Wands energy is a card of standing up for what you believe in, fighting, defending yourself. You may have been struggling for a long time to achieve a goal. And you feel like giving up. You feel like, I'm not getting anywhere. Maybe I should just give up. Whatever you've been involved in has been consuming you. Because between the Devil and the Nine of Wands, you're like, you've been working really hard. You've been trying to, maybe you've been working too hard at work and you haven't left time for personal life or relationships. So the 9 is saying, don't give up on your goal. Don't give up on your dream. Just give it one more push. So if it's a relationship that's kind of been shaky, you can salvage it. You just have to try a little harder. Just give it that one last shot. And you can achieve your goal. If it's a career goal even, and you're getting battle weary because you've been trying, you're not achieving what you're wanting to achieve. The card can mean, don't give up, you're very close. You have the 7 of Cups here in your fear sector, your negative thinking sector. So it could be that you have several options on the table. And I feel like this is more of a career. It could be a career decision. Or even in relationships, you could have more than one option. And you've been stuck in the choices. You haven't really decided what direction you want to go in. So you haven't been taking action in any direction. Well, news is coming in. You've got this 8 of Wands. News is going to be coming in. Doors are going to be opening up. You could have a new career opportunity. Here's the Ace of Wands. That could represent a new beginning for you. And here's the 6 of Swords, which is moving away from difficulty and sorrow, moving toward greater harmony. So you're leaving something behind. It's like, I feel like you've come to a situation where it's time for a new beginning and you need to let go of certain things because new opportunity, doors are opening up. So if you've been losing hope about when things are going to start to turn around for you, I think that might start changing. There could be some opportunities coming up in July that are going to put you in a new direction, that are going to allow you to walk away from whatever's been troubling you, whatever's been holding you back. Like with the 5 of Cups, you're focused on the past and everything you've lost, but you're not seeing what you still have to work with in the present. And there are new things coming up in the future. You know, it's like all is not lost. You may have had some losses in the past, but that doesn't mean that there aren't any good things coming back into your life. I feel like there's going to be some new beginnings coming up in July, or new opportunities to achieve a goal if you just give it that one last bit of effort. Don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on your project or your relationship. Because there is a message coming that can lead to a new beginning that you're really going to be excited about. The Ace of Wands is a beginning where you're going to feel enthusiastic about it. You can't wait to start. And there could be some travel involved. You might be going on a trip, either by air or over water. But it's like you're leaving behind problems. This new beginning allows you to have a new start. And you can leave behind all your worries and whatever's been really bothering you mentally. And move on to something better. So let's see what what the astrology has to say. So for you, the full moon is in your 8th house. And so it's the 8th and the 2nd. So that's the money houses. So something is coming to completion around a financial situation, maybe even a legal situation. And you're going to be able to leave it behind. You're going to be able to resolve something, complete something, and move on. And because there's also new opportunities coming. In the 8th house is the house of resources that you receive from others. So it's not necessarily the money that you make through a job. It's more like money that you inherit, or an insurance payout, or some kind of, it could be lottery, taxes. The 8th house is taxes. The 8th house is also your partner's income. If you're connected to if you're married or you're in a relationship, it could be income that your partner earns and brings to the table. So Jupiter and Pluto are here are conjunct this moon. The moon, when it's exactly full, it's going to be 10 degrees away from Pluto and Jupiter. But as it goes, after it hits the full moon and it moves on that day, it's going to connect with Pluto and Jupiter. So it's going to move towards it. So I feel like it still has an influence. And Pluto and Jupiter together represent major opportunity, major transformation. And in your finance sector, that can bring money in unexpectedly. That can change your life. Some new opportunities are coming. So don't give up hope. Even though you feel like the struggle has been endless and you feel like, you're weary and you just don't have the energy, just give it that one last push. You have the Sun and Mercury in the second house. So news is coming in. And Mercury is sextiling Uranus in your 12th house. And the full moon is, the moon is trining Uranus. So there is something going on behind the scenes you may not be aware of. And it's going to represent a new beginning. It's going to allow you to clear out, throw out the garbage. Anything that's been holding you back or keeping you stagnant or stuck, you have an opportunity to deal with it and release it, to be freed. So if there's a devil in your life, what's the devil in your life? What do you fear? What are your fears? What are you addicted to? What are you afraid to let go of? What are you afraid to move toward, to take on? Uranus can free you for that. And this full moon, something is coming to completion. Something is being revealed to you about your finances, about your self-esteem, what you value, how you earn money. And with the moon in the second house, with the sun in the second house, you may feel like your self-esteem or your ego is tied up in the money that you own or earn. That if you're making money, you feel secure. If you're not making money, you feel like you're worthless. But you also have Mercury here. So Mercury is giving you money-making ideas. And Mercury is sextile Uranus. So you really need to take time out and meditate and let those ideas come up from the conscious, from the unconscious. Because the 12th house represents the unconscious, the mind, the hidden, whatever's hidden. Could be hidden enemies, it could be your self-sabotage, psychological issues, things that are just hidden from view, things that you're unaware of. When Mercury's in the second house, you could make money through writing or teaching or communicating in some way. But you have, and because it's sextile to Uranus, you're coming up with creative ideas on how to bring more money into your life, more security, not just money, but whatever it is that makes you feel secure. For most people, it's money or possessions, but it could be something else. It could be relationship. Whatever it is that, you're coming up with ideas and plans. What can I do to increase my value in the world? What can I do to make sure that I am secure, that I'm bringing in enough support, that I'm being supported in my life? Uranus is sextile to, the moon is sextile Neptune. And Neptune is retrograding right now. It just went retrograde in June. So if there's been any confusion about your life direction or your career path, you may take time out to meditate and really find more clarity. When Neptune goes retrograde, when planets in general go retrograde, we usually go in. Instead of looking to the outside for answers, we look to the inside. And sometimes when Neptune's going direct, there could be a lot of confusion around issues, especially in your career. What do I do? Where do I go? What kind of work should I be doing? When Neptune goes retrograde, you find greater clarity. You realize, you start to make decisions. You start to see things. You have Venus going through your first house. Venus is in Gemini. And it's going to be in Gemini all month. Because it went retrograde, now it's going direct. So you're feeling very attractive. It's bringing love to you. You're attracting love and you're attracting money and opportunity. And Venus is sextile to Mars. And Mars is the planet of action. It's in your 11th house. So if you want to work toward a dream or a goal, and now's the time to do it. Mars is giving you the energy in Aries. It's strong in Aries to go after what you want, to achieve a goal or a dream that you've always wanted to achieve, to connect with groups of people and friends that are go-getters as well, that are going to help you get there. Now, Mercury's been retrograde. It started out at the end of June. It's going to go direct July 12th. So once Mercury goes direct, things in your money or financial sector should start to improve. When Mercury is retrograde, there's all kinds of mix-ups, miscommunications, technology issues. And in your second house, this revolves around money. So it'll get straightened out. As soon as Mercury starts going direct, you can straighten that out. You could communicate and get things straightened out. Now, Mercury is going to be squaring Mars. So you may just be careful around money issues with friends. There may be some conflicts around money. There might be, I don't know, maybe you may feel like you have to help one of your friends financially. There could be arguments around money if someone owes you money. Just be careful in the way you communicate, that you're not coming across too aggressive or too argumentative when it comes to financial matters. Just be calm, state your case, but don't go over the top, because Mars square Mercury can sometimes bring conflict. You know, a conflict in ideas, a conflict in communication. You might be feeling very assertive. You might be coming on too strong or too argumentative. So just use a soft sell approach. But this full moon should be positive, because it's got the power of Jupiter and Pluto with it, and it's trining Uranus, so it brings change, unexpected change and opportunity. And it's sextile Neptune, so it's like achieving a goal or a dream. You have the opportunity to achieve a goal or a dream. Mars and Chiron are both in your 11th house, so you could have some healing. You may have to do some healing around friendship. Maybe you had a falling out with a friend and you need to patch that up. Then we have the new moon in Cancer, and that's falling in your second house. That's on July 20th. So there's an opportunity to have a new beginning in the way that you handle finances, maybe a new opportunity to bring in more money. The only obstacle is that it's opposed by Saturn in the 8th house. So if you're dealing with any kind of financial issue at this new moon, you can wipe the slate clean, start over, but you're going to be required to do a lot of work. Saturn represents authority, people in charge, rules and regulations. So, and with Mercury in the second house also, you may be just feeling like you're jumping through hoops, you're jumping through hurdles. So if you're trying to get a loan from a bank, or you're trying to straighten something out with any kind of issue that revolves around receiving money from institutions, they may be very strict. They may require a lot from you, a lot of details, a lot of information, a lot of paperwork. Don't be discouraged by that. Just do the work, fulfill your commitment, and it will be okay. Like I said, Mercury is still sextile Uranus. It's squaring Mars. So just watch your communication. Just try to be congenial when you're communicating with people. Try not to get drawn into arguments or differences of opinion. There could be some, conflict around communication. Now, Jupiter and Pluto are going to be in your 8th house too. So you're dealing with like a company that has a global reach when it comes to financial matters. But Jupiter brings abundance. Jupiter brings luck and wealth. Jupiter and Pluto both bring luck and wealth. So your financial situation is in the process of being transformed. And so this new beginning can be good for you. I feel like there's going to be some new opportunity coming up at the end of the month that's going to help you financially. Maybe a new job, or you might be traveling to a new location, and it's going to bring opportunity and luck. And there'll be some kind of closure related to a legal situation. And you can move on. You're going to be putting the past behind you. The worst is going to be behind you. You may have to move to a new location because there could be some kind of survival issue where you can't stay where you're at, or because sometimes the Six of Swords can mean journey over water. The Eight of Wands can mean a journey by air. But there is this Ace of Wands, which is a new beginning, that you're going to be excited about. So I think you're going to want to take this journey. You're going to want to leave behind any kind of difficulties, especially financial. So don't give up on the goal. Don't give up. Even if things have felt stuck, Venus is going to be moving direct now. Mercury eventually will move direct in the middle of July, so things are going to start to come back online. Mars is in Aries, where it's strong, so you'll have the energy to take action toward a goal or a dream, and you'll have a chance to achieve it. The only thing you have to watch with Mars in Aries is being too assertive, or because Mars is the warrior energy. It's very strong in Aries. So you might be butting heads with friends or groups that you belong to. Just be careful and communicate. You have to be the diplomat. Don't come on too strong, with ultimatums or anger. Don't let people push your buttons. But I feel like there's new opportunities coming. So don't wallow in regret about the past and what you've lost in the past. Forget the past. Focus on the future. The future looks good. There are new opportunities and new doors opening up. So just focus on that and you'll be fine. And don't be afraid to make a decision and leave behind your troubles, even if it means involving travel. So that's my forecast, Gemini, for July. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, click on the like button or the subscribe button. If you'd like a private reading, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website and we'll get you on the schedule. And I just want to say thank you, everyone, for supporting this channel, for liking, for sharing, for subscribing, for ordering readings. I've enjoyed meeting all of you and working with you all. And if you're new, welcome. So get prepared for some new beginnings this month, Gemini. Just don't focus on the past. Focus on the future, and you'll be fine. And I'll talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.